Okay, so hello and welcome back everyone. Welcome to the new session of the Prabhas classes where we will be studying about the chapter Why Do We Fall? Okay, in this particular video, I'll be trying to solve the questions. Okay, question and answers also. In the meantime, I will also be providing you with all the explanations that are required. All right, so without wasting our time, let's move on to the chapter Why Do We Fall Ill? So I have provided with all the solution and the explanation, and in this round of video I will also try my best to make you the that you understand all the chapter. I'll make sure that you understand the chapter. Okay, so let's move on to the first question that state any two conditions essential for the good health. Okay, now you need to mention the two condition essential for the good health. So what are the two conditions? That you should be physically fit, you should be mentally fit, and you should be have a social well-being. That means you need to have a good and clean society. Okay, good and clean environment, that is what it means. And the better surrounding or better environment, when we tell about social well-being, it comes under surrounding and environment as well. Okay, you can add more point to get a more marks. That is how it is. Okay, I hope you got the thing. Physical means bodily fit, mental means dimag se fit, socially means fit from all the society and all the people around you, and everything around you is fine. Okay, now coming to state any two conditions essential for being free of disease. When we talk about being free of disease, see, there are two terms. One is okay, healthy, and another is disease free. Okay, so when we come across these two words, all right, what does this mean? The one mean that you are 100% fit, and another means like you are like 70 to 80% fit. Okay, 70 to 80% fit. That means I am giving you the example. Okay, see, you people are having tensions in your life. You people have tensions about your exam. Your exam is near, and what will happen to you? How will you be coping up with the exam or any other problem in family, right? So you will not be fit 100%. आपके दिमाग में कोई tensions तो होंगे ही होंगे, या कोई society में कोई like some people are not doing well, there is some kind of disturbances in the society, or you can take about the pollution that is there, right, and the noise pollution that is happening, and different kind of environmental problem, right? So in the scenarios of today's life, okay, अगर हम आज के लाइफ के सिनेरियो लेंगे, तो मैं बोलूंगी दैट नो वन इज हेल्दी. All right, no one is healthy. But I can tell, yes, people are disease free. Matlab, we don't have any kind of disease. For example, if you take the example of mine, yes, I'm a human being, and obviously I'll be having a tensions, right? And yes, obviously there is a pollution. The environment is not proper, right? So I am not healthy, that means I am disease free. But you take like some sadhu baba and all, ठीक है, जिसके दिमाग में कोई टेंशन नहीं है, who is not having any kind of love for his life, right, and who is like out from any kind of pollution, living in the far village or living in the forest, right? Those person can be healthy, you can tell, because he is mentally healthy, and he is also like bodily healthy, and he is also having no tension, right, and his environment is also healthy. So if we take the typical example of the person of today's life, then no one is healthy, we are disease free. Okay, so the two conditions essential for being free of disease are personal and domestic hygiene. Yes, we have to be hygienic, right, in order to be free of disease. यहाँ पे हम free of disease के बात कर रहे हैं, healthy के बात नहीं कर रहे. अगर we would have talked about being healthy, then we would have talked about we have to do regular exercises, and we have to maintain the proper environment, right, and we have to be mentally sound. All those things we could have written, but we are talking about how to be disease free. So we are talking about hygiene, personal and domestic hygiene, and yes, obviously we need to keep our environment clean. All right, now coming to next one, are the answer to the above question necessarily the same or different? So what do you mean, what do you understand by this? Like I explained you the difference between healthy and being disease free. So आपको क्या लगता है कि दोनों का आंसर सेम होना चाहिए या डिफरेंट होना चाहिए, राइट? सो it is like more or less, in order to be disease free also we need to do same thing, and in order to be healthy also we need to be, we need to follow the same thing. But being healthy is not in our hand, but to be disease free is in our hand, राइट. आप आज के आज लाइक सारे व्हीकल्स को बंद कर दो, सारे इंडस्ट्रीज को बंद कर दो, सारे पोल्यूशन खत्म कर दो, ये आपके हाथ में नहीं है, क्योंकि that this thing is not possible. And or if all this thing stops to happen, then only you will be you can call yourself like a healthy person, right, if our environment is totally clean. But that will not happen. But that is in our hand, that we can keep ourselves disease free, right? So let's see, the answer to the above question are different because the person may be free of disease but not be good mentally, socially and economically. Okay, so यहाँ पे बोला गया है कि the answer for both the thing is different, क्योंकि like the person may be free of disease but उसको यहाँ पे बोला गया है कि जो पर्सन है उनको डिजीज नहीं होगा, ठीक है, लेकिन क्या पता उनके दिमाग में उनको टॉर्चर हो, या उनको उनकी सोसाइटी में कुछ अच्छा ना हो, या उनके पास इकोनॉमिकली वो वेल्स ना हो, इकोनॉमिकली साउंड ना हो, उनके पास पैसे ना हो, राइट. दैट मीन्स अ डिजीज फ्री पर्सन कैन बी मेंटली इल और द सोशली इल, लेकिन उसको कोई इन्फेक्शंस नहीं है, कोई बीमारी नहीं है, लेकिन हेल्दी पर्सन नीड टू बी वेल इन ऑल द रेस्पेक्ट, ठीक है. Now coming to another one, list any three reasons. These are the exercise part of your book itself. Okay. So if you listen this in a good way, you'll be able to reiterate it more, and then it will be helpful for you as well. ठीक है, क्योंकि कोई आपको समझाने के लिए बैठ जाए ऐसे, तो 100% है कि आपको ये याद हो जाता है. मैं ऐसे करती थी जब मैं पढ़ती थी, तो मैं किसी को बोलती थी, मेरे बहन को बोलती थी कि या एक्सप्लेन मी दिस थिंग, एंड आई डोंट हैव टू रीड इट again by myself. Okay. See, list any three reason why you would think that. Wait, okay. So sorry for that. Okay, why do you think that you are sick and ought to see a doctor? If only one of these symptoms were present, would you still go to the doctor, and why or why not? ठीक है, देखो यहाँ पे बताया गया है कि if you are having a headache, if you are having a cough, or if you are having a loose motion, ठीक है, या आपको ये तीनों चीज है, तो आप दोनों में किस चीज को, कौन सा चीज होने से आप उसको मोर सीवियरली लेते, या आप इंडिविजुअल चीज होने से डॉक्टर के पास जाते, या तीनों साथ में होने से डॉक्टर के पास जाते, आपका इसमें क्या बोलना है, ठीक है. तो आपको फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपको हेडेक हुआ है, सेकंड कफ हुआ है, फोर्थ सॉरी थर्ड लूज मोशन हुआ है, तो आपको अगर ये इंडिविजुअली होता तो आप डॉक्टर के पास जाते, या तीनों साथ में होता तो डॉक्टर के पास जाते, ऐसा कुछ है, ठीक है. See, this incident indicate that there may be a disease, but they do not indicate what the disease is. Hence, one would still visit the doctor for the treatment and to know the cause of the above symptom. Even a single symptom is present, one need to consult the doctor or get proper treatment. ठीक है, so headache, cough, and loose motion are just the symptoms. Okay, they are just the symptoms, and it does not indicate that what disease you are having actually. You can have a typhoid, you can have a cholera, you can have any kind of disease if you're having this kind of symptom, right? So it is always recommended that you need to visit a doctor even if you have all the three problem at once or one problem at once. ठीक है, always get a proper consultation, and these all are just a symptom. It is not indicating that you are really having a disease or not. ठीक है, we'll be studying about that, don't worry. Now, in which of the following case do you think the long term effect will be there on your health and are likely to be most unpleasant? If you get a jaundice, if you get a lice, and if you get a acne. ठीक है, तो कौन से केस है जिसमें आपको लॉन्ग टर्म इफेक्ट होंगे, दैट इज क्रॉनिक डिसऑर्डर होंगे. ठीक है, chronic disorder होंगे. Chronic means right, a long term means, that means obviously lice होने से नहीं, acne होने से नहीं, तो jaundice ही है the correct answer. ठीक है, see, lice and acne will not cause any long effect on human body. However, the effect of jaundice will be long term and most unpleasant. Jaundice is a chronic disease that impacts the whole body and take a longer time to be cured completely. ओके, क्योंकि एक्यूट डिजीज जो होते हैं वो जल्दी हील हो जाते हैं, लेकिन क्रॉनिक डिजीज वो लॉन्ग टाइम तक रहते हैं. ठीक है, एक्यूट डिजीज का अगर मैं एग्जांपल दूंगी तो नॉर्मल फीवर जो है, हेडेक है, वो सब एक्यूट में आते हैं, या आपको इन्फ्लुएंजा है. ठीक है, दोज ऑल आर एक्यूट. एंड सी द डिजीज दैट इज लास्टिंग फॉर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम लाइक टीबी, jaundice, hepatitis and all, they are the chronic disease. Now, why are you normally advised to take bland and nourishing food when we are sick? ठीक है, मतलब blend and मतलब सादा खाना. Okay, सफेद मतलब like a very food which is having so less of masalas. Okay, now you see during sickness the body become weak and the digestive system does not work properly, so easily digesting food need to be taken during this period, as well as food rich in nutrients are advised to take. ठीक है, इसका मतलब क्या है कि when we are sick, alright, when we are sick, our digestive system also is become weak. That is the reason why if we take oily stuffs or stuffs with so much of ingredients and masalas, then what happens is our digestive system will not be able to digest the food. ठीक है, so doctor advise us to take the normal food, normal and blended food, but the food should be rich in nutrients. ठीक है, the immunity of the body decreases. Yes, the immunity also decreases. So if we take any food from anywhere, then what happen, our body will not be able to tackle, all right, with the any germs or anything at that time. That is why we have to sit in home and we have to make the food which is clean and which is nourishing and also plain. ठीक है, during disease or infection, and hence the blended and nourishing food is given to the for the speedy recovery. Okay, then that means we got a 2 point, that is digestive system is not properly functional, right? And then next is the immunity is also less during that time. These are the two chunks points. Okay, this and this. All right, if you add these two things, you will get full marks, the two bracket part. Now, see, which of the following keys do you think the long term effect on your health are likely to be and most unpleasant? All right, the same thing, right? Same thing. So sorry for that. Okay, what are the different means by which the infectious disease are spread? All right, infectious disease are generally spread through the following modes. So infectious disease are the disease caused by pathogens. ठीक है, pathogens. And how many type of pathogens that we have studied so far? Bacteria, and then virus, and then protozoa, and then worms, and then last one is fungi. Okay, there are 5 type of pathogens that causes any kind of health problem in us. All right, and the disease caused by these 5 thing are known as infectious disease. And the main characteristics of the infectious disease is that they spread. Okay, they spread from one person to another person. Okay, infectious disease are spread through the following mode, that is air, water, vector matlab mosquitoes and all, flies and all. Okay, and the sexual contact and the physical contact like shaking of hand and all, or by using the affected person clothes. Okay, for mites and bidding utensils. Okay, sharing the utensils, etc. Okay, these are the things by which the disease can be spread from the like disease person to the healthy person. And infectious disease means the disease that can be spread, because they are the disease that are caused by the pathogens. Okay, and there are five class of pathogens, that is bacteria, virus, protozoa, worms and fungi. Now coming to the next one, the precautions can you take in your school. Okay, the precaution that you can take in your school, okay, it will be like that. Reduce the incidence of the infectious disease. What are the precautions that you can take in a school that can reduce your incident of the infectious disease? So the precautions that you can take is so simple. You can drink a clean and hygienic water. You can prevent the accumulation of water in the surrounding of your school, right? And then you can keep the toilet neat and clean. Yes, it is our duty to keep the toilets clean, right? We can just put a water after we use the bathroom. That is what we can do. And also throw the like every kind of things, right? So you can throw any kind of waste in the dustbin and not litter here and there in the washroom, right? So avoiding consumption of uncovered food and other edibles, isn't it? And then take daily bath, obviously, not only in your school. Yes, because if you are hygienic, that means you will not be spreading the disease to other, right? That is also the thing. So yeah, अगर आप सुबह नहा के आते हो तो you will not be having any kind of disease, likely to be any kind of catching any kind of disease, so you'll obviously not spread it to other, right? So and having a balanced diet and provide a clean environment which prevent the breeding of mosquitoes. This prevent the spread of vector borne disease, that is the mosquito borne disease or the flies borne disease. Okay, now coming to next one, what is immunization? This is a very very important term. All right, I'm explaining you that, don't you worry. The method to boost our immune system. ठीक है, boost मतलब क्या है? To give energy to our immune system, or give more power to the immune system. Okay, to fight with the disease. Okay, with the help of vaccines that help the body to fight against the infectious disease is called immunization. For example, this is a ram. This is a person. Okay, this is Ram, and what is having is he has applied a vaccine for COVID. Okay, uh, COVID ka vaccine Rame has applied. Then what will be happening is the vaccine that he has applied, what will it be having? The injection. What will the injection be having? The injection will be having COVID 19 in dead or uh, attenuated form. Okay. Now you see the vaccine which we are applying is the virus or bacteria itself, but in a weak form or a dead form. Attenuated means weak. Okay, weak form. Now what happens is when we are applying the dead or weak form of that pathogen, then what happen is our body will be starting to develop the antibodies. Okay, antibodies against that virus. Now when the virus is attacking the person, so what happened? The person immune system will be fighting अगेंस्ट द वायरस। ठीक है, क्योंकि इनके बॉडी के अंदर ऑलरेडी ये वायरस का डेड मटेरियल चला गया है। ठीक है, तो क्या हुआ कि बॉडी ने क्या क्या स्टार्ट किया उस डेड को रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए। तो बॉडी ने वो डेड वायरस और या बैक्टीरिया हो उसको पहचान लिया, मतलब बॉडी ने कुछ ऐसे कुछ बना लिया कि हाँ ये तो इजी है, मैंने इसका सारा कुछ स्कैन कर लिया है, मतलब मैं इसके अगेंस्ट अब लड़ पाऊंगा। लेकिन अगर हम वैक्सीन नहीं लगाते तो क्या होता कि द बैक्टीरिया और वायरस which is attacking the person would be very new to the person. Till the time his immune system would recognize or scan for that particular bacteria or virus, he would be caught by the disease. ठीक है, but if we are immunized, that is if we had applied the vaccine, means we are immunized, right? So now the infectious disease will not be able to catch us. Now you see in the next one, what are the immunization program available at the nearest health center in your locality? Which of these diseases are the major health problem in your area? So the following immunization program is available at the nearest health center in your locality. That is immunization for infant, that is DPT, BCG, polio, measles and MMR. These are the some of the program that is available nearby you. Okay, these all are the type of the vaccines. DPT means for vaccine for diphtheria, BGC means for TB, this is for polio. Okay, and for the children there is a vaccine for typhoid, TT is for tetanus, all right, and DT smallpox, TAB for pregnant women. Again there is the injection for TT and hepatitis B. So you see where whoever the when the woman is pregnant nearby you or in your society, you often see that they go to hospital in the regular basis. Yes, they say that yes, I just put the injection today and I'm coming back from the hospital. What is that injection? That means if they are likely to be they will be likely to be caught by the disease such as tetanus, okay, or hepatitis. That is why they applied with that injection beforehand to children. They are when what they are likely to catch by, so the government has assigned that yes, this is compulsory for the newborn or the small children. Okay, and they also tell that they are compulsory for infants, yes, newborn for this, and this is for the children. Okay, now the disease like typhoid, polio, measles are the more important health problem in our locality because this happens some like often. Okay, now coming to next one. Okay, now see there is a different kind of numbering that I have given. Here it is 5 and here it is 1. This is nothing but all the exercise question has been compiled up, and according to that there is a number. You can check or refer your book and then you can scan for it. Okay, now see how many times did you fall ill in the last 1 year? What were the illness? A, think of one change you could make in your habit in order to avoid one any of the most of the above illness. Think of one change you would wish for in your surrounding in order to avoid any of or most the illness. Okay, so you have to think for the incident where you fell ill, all right, and you have to provide something to the in the answer that you um, you tried that time when you were ill. Okay, so and other thing is अगर आपको लगता है कि your illness is because of your surrounding, so what changes can you make in your surrounding, that also you need to mention. So I feel ill twice in last year. I suffer from diarrhea and then dengue fever. The changes made by me in my habit. तो आप जब इल थे तब आपने कुछ चेंजेस किया होगा आप जिस पीरियड में इल थे, राइट? आफ्टर सफरिंग फ्रॉम दिस डिजीज आर I will always drink. I would, or I, yes, that is also fine. I will always drink purified and clean water and wash my hand before and after eating. Right? जब आप बीमार हो तो you have to be extra cautious. And I will live in a clean environment where disease spreading vectors will not multiply. Isn't it? Yes, obviously. So example of multiplying vectors are mosquito. One change I would wish in our surrounding in order to have a healthy society is to make pure drinking water available for people. Consuming impure water is root cause of many infectious disease like cholera, diarrhea, dengue, and then typhoid, right? So what are the changes that you made or someone of your friend made when he or she was suffering from any kind of disease last year? So what you can mention: I switched to a pure drinking water, I washed my hand twice, and I also cleaned the surrounding or the environment near my house. We can't clean the whole of the society, right? So at least we can clean anything that is there in the house, anything that is in there in our terrace, right, in order to avoid all those kind of disease in the future. So now coming to a doctor, nurse or health worker is exposed to many to more sick people than other in the community. Find out how he or she avoid getting sick by himself or herself. So if anyone is suffering from a disease in his workplace, then that is known as occupational health disease, right? Now you see some important precaution that need to be taken by the doctor, nurse or health worker while treating people who are sick other than the community are: when in contact with a diseased person, not to forget to wear a mask. Yes, if you, even if you're a health worker, nurse or anything, you need to always focus on your health. You have to look for the other, but you need not to forget yourself. That is, you have to wear a mask, and you have to always drink a pure drinking water, because you are always going nearby the infected person. That means your immune system is fighting more than other people who are not going and not getting into the infected people, right? So you need to be extra cautious about health, because you are going and meeting the infected person every now and then. Not neglecting cleanliness of personal hygiene, even if you are touching the infected person, even if you are seeing how he is, you'll just, after you see him or her, you go and wash your hand, you apply some sanitizers, okay? Keeping themselves covered appropriately when moving in an infected region. So you have to cover yourself appropriately. Like COVID, in case of COVID, we need to wear PPE kit, right? In the same way, depending on the disease, person need to uh, cover himself appropriately while going to check the patient. And then eating nutritious food, yes, and maintaining the healthy diet, because yes, you are coming across the infected person, means you need to prepare and eat nutritious food only. Now conduct a survey in your neighbor to find out what the three most common diseases are. Suggest three steps that could be taken by your local authorities to bring down the incident of this disease. Okay, so the solution is: following three are the most common disease in any neighborhood, right? That is cold and cough, loose motions, and malaria. Right? These are the most common disease. So what can be done for to prevent this disease? Some of the prevention measures are: yes, every time whenever there is something prevention, something that you can do, always go for the drink water and the clean environment that you can, that because those things are in your hand. And also the healthy food. Okay, drink clean and hygienic water, clean the environment around you, right? And then uh, take the nutritious food. Okay, nutritious and healthy food. Now by drinking fresh water, uncontaminated and clean water, by maintaining hygienic sanitary condition, yes, sanitary condition, right? And by educating people about various preventive measures with the help of posture and pamphlet. Okay, that this thing also you can add, and the thing that I just told you, that also you can add. Okay, the good thing, every good thing will be the preventive measure, right? If you are educating people, then how it is helping they, if you are educating them, that means they will understand the value of green society. So they will start cleaning their surroundings in the, by this you'll, there will be no vectors or flies in whole of the society. So better than cleaning every places in the society or every other household, you concern in cleaning your household and educating other people, that will make the more change. Okay, that will bring more change in the society rather. Now coming to the next one, see, a baby is not able to tell his or her caretaker that she uh, she or he, I can't see the thing because there is a recording part, okay, and that is not able to, I'm not able to shift it as well. So let me this read the another part. What will help us to find out that the baby is sick? What is the sickness? Okay, now baby is not able to tell her caretaker, his or her caretaker, right, that he or she is sick because she cannot speak. So what is happening to the baby, that you have to tell. It can be found out by observing the behavior characteristics of the child, such as improper food intake, constant crying, mood changes frequently. The sickness can be determined with the help of symptoms or indications shown by the child. The symptoms could be loose motion, vomiting, paleness in body, and fever. So see, there are two type of thing that will help us to recognize whether a person is healthy or not, if a person is having any kind of disease or not. Okay, healthy or not बोलने से disease or not is more proper, because I explained you already that no one is healthy, right? So I hope you got the thing. Now see, there are there are two things that help us to understand whether a person is sick or not, right? So if it comes to baby or the person who cannot speak, so we have to चेक द इंडिकेशंस, बिकॉज जो स्पीक कर सकते हैं वो तो अपने सिम्टम्स बता ही देंगे, राइट, कि मुझे लूज मोशन हुआ है, मुझे वॉमिटिंग हुआ है, देखो मैं कितनी पेल हो गई हूँ, ये सब तो बता ही देंगे, राइट? सो जो बोल नहीं सकते उनका क्या वो भी वो ऐसे बता देते हैं कि यार मुझे खाने का मन नहीं है, नहीं मेरा मूड स्विंग्स हो रहा है, वो ऐसे बता सकते हैं, लेकिन बेबी का बस वी हैव टू सी द इंडिकेशंस, राइट? सो इंडिकेशंस क्या है कि वो अच्छे से खाना नहीं खा रहे, मैं उनको खाना खिला रही हूँ, खाना नहीं खा रहे, मतलब he or she can be sick, and the baby is continuously crying and crying and crying, मतलब इसको पक्का कुछ हुआ है, इसका पक्का पेट दुख रहा है, इसका पक्का मतलब हाँ, इसको पक्का अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, राइट? एंड द मूड चेंजेस frequently, now the crying, and another time he's doing another thing, and sometime he's laughing, that is the mood swing in mood. Okay, now see, sickness can be determined by two things. One is the symptom and another is the indications, right? Symptoms can be like loose motion, vomiting, paleness in the body, and fever. Okay, symptom is anything that we can see, everyone can see. Okay, but sign is anything that only the person can feel. For example, okay, sign versus symptoms. Sign is anything that only a डिजीज पर्सन कैन सी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं बीमार हूँ और मुझे स्टोमक पेन हो रहा है, राइट? सो only I can feel that I'm having a stomach pain. But because of this stomach pain, what has happened is uh, my stomach has been swollen. ठीक है, तो वो तो सबको दिखाई देगा, आपको भी दिखाई देगा कि yes, her stomach has been swollen. What has happened to her, right? The thing that is visible from outside and everyone can see is symptom, and the thing that can be only felt by the patient is the sign. ठीक है, now coming to the next one, that is under which of the following condition is a person most likely when uh, likely, okay, when she is recovering from malaria, when she has recovered from malaria, uh, and is taking care of someone suffering with the chicken pox, when she is not when she is on a 4-day fast after recovering from malaria and is taking care of someone suffering from chicken pox. Why? तो इन तीनों में से कौन सा ऐसा कंडीशन है, ठीक है, जिसमें पर्सन इज मोस्ट लाइकली टू बी इल? एक पर्सन है, ओके, जो मलेरिया से रिकवर हो रही है, जैसे कोई है, ये भी XYZ, कोई भी हो जो मलेरिया से रिकवर कर रहा है, एंड व्हेन शी इज हैज रिकवर, एंड वन है जो मलेरिया से रिकवर हो रहा है and is taking care of someone who is suffering from chickenpox, and when she is on a 4-day fast after recovering from malaria and taking care of someone suffering from चिकन पॉक्स। तो कौन सा केस है? लेट्स सी, दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, राइट? A person is likely to fall sick when she is on a 4-day fast after recovering from malaria and is taking care of someone who is suffering from chickenpox. Obviously, वो मलेरिया से रिकवर हो रही है और 4 दिन से कुछ नहीं खाया, मतलब her body is still fighting with that disease, right? Because the food has not been provided to her. This is because she is fasting during recovery and her immune system is so weak. Yes, this is the key point. Okay, because she is fasting after the recovery and her immune system is so weak that it is not able to protect its own body from the foreign infection. At this stage, if she is taking care of someone suffering from chickenpox, then she has more chances of getting infected with the chickenpox virus and will get sick again with this disease. Okay? That means she will be infected by chickenpox virus faster than anyone because she is not having a good diet. That means food is also important. Good diet is also इम्पोर्टेंट। तो यहाँ से आपको पता चलता है कि डिजीज होना ही इंडिकेट नहीं करता कि आपको डिजीज होगा। सो सॉरी, लेकिन आपका डाइट भी मैटर करता है, ठीक है। सो थैंक यू सो मच for your attention, and I hope you like the session today, and I hope I'm successful in explaining you, and also this will help us to memorize better and also to understand better. Thank you so much.